Someone who has made billions in timing market cycles and at least calling them has now opened his order book, so to speak, on how he spotted trends that helped him make his billions. Howard Marks, co-chairman and co-founder of Oaktree Capital Management, is author of the new book, Mastering the Market Cycle. One of his major claims to fame, his nail-biting call to snap up stocks at the very depth of the financial crisis. In 2008, when investors fled, Oaktree invested more than $500 million a week over 15 weeks into stocks. And boy, was that a bet that paid off. Now we have a 9.5-year bull market, and you can see last week's sell-off on the right. Makes you wonder, is it time for a cycle check? Well, let's bring the guy who does it better than anybody. Self-made billionaire and the guy Warren Buffett even follows, Howard Marks. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Great to be here, Liz.
I want to know how you saw Wednesday and Thursday of last week, when at its worst point we saw 1,400 points snapped off the market, right like that, vaporized.
Well, I have been thinking that the market was high in its cycle, so anything that brings that back down in the direction of moderate, I think is due and fitting.
You have this market cycle theory. Where are we in this market cycle, the second longest bull market run in history?
Actually, the longest by some measures,
Okay.
but I think that we are in an elevated position. We're above the midpoint of valuations. We're above what you might think of as fair value. In the stock market, not terribly. In credit, which is what we emphasize, I think even more. But look, the S&P has quadrupled from the low. 10-year bull market, as you described. You can't say we're in the early innings. I believe the easy money has been made. And when you're elevated in the cycle, as I believe we are, then the odds are not on your side.
I'm a hockey fan, so everybody wants to go baseball, but are we in overtime? Are we at the shootout point?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. And it's easier to talk about baseball because what we say...
Because everybody hates hockey.
What we say about baseball is that we're in the 8th inning,
okay,
but we don't know how long it's going to go. You see, in hockey, it's number of periods times number of minutes. This game is unlike baseball. It could go 9 innings or 11 or 14. So I think it's in the 8th, but that doesn't mean that it's time to start packing up our stuff.
We want our viewers not only to read the book, but also to be at least caught by your attention here and to at least get a sense of how you spot market cycles. What signposts do you look at on the road to investing?
Sure. Well, I think you look at PE ratios, which are a numerical way to say how are things valued. You look at the level of optimism. We'd rather buy things when there's no optimism, like late '08, as you described, not when optimism is riding high. Then we expect prices will be full. What are the media saying? If the media are saying this is your last best chance to get on this market before it goes to the moon, that's worrisome. I'd rather say, you know what, it's down and out, nobody will ever buy again. And then finally, I look for whether it's easy or hard for companies to issue deals that shouldn't be done. If it's easy to do a deal that shouldn't be done, that means the market is not disciplined, not skeptical, not demanding. I don't want to be exposed to risk in that market.
If somebody you cared about, your children, your parents, said, Dad, what should I do with this pile of dry powder right now of cash? I want to invest it. Right now, at this point in time?
We're not smart enough to know what the market's going to do tomorrow or this year or next year. I would say it's reasonable to invest some today, but I would invest cautiously. That's the key. I would be afraid to be fully committed to this market in risky assets,
okay,
but I'd also be afraid to be completely out of it. So, Oaktree has had a mantra for a few years now, move forward but with caution. We are moving forward. We are investing. We are endeavoring to be fully invested, but we're even more cautious than usual.
Howard Marks, you founded it in 1995. It now has, what, about $120 billion in assets?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Liz.
The book is called Mastering the Market Cycle. Check it out. He's opening his playbook. He is a proven billionaire. It's great to see you. Please come back.
I will.
Thank you very much.